Hi, Jonathan here. I'm in the Quindu lab, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the different types of reading programs and choices that you have out there, and also some of the reading assessments that we've used or are thinking about using. We all know as educators that students are over-tested. We know that tests, these reading programs, these reading tests take a very long time. They cut into our instruction. They always come up at the wrong time. And my experience is when kids walk into a room and they know they're going to take this long online reading test, they are not too excited about it. And we know that. In education, there's this concept of assessment for learning. And when I look at these as an educator, as a classroom teacher, when I look at the idea of sitting kids down for two 50-minute to 100-minute class periods taking a reading test, I wonder if that's meeting the goals of assessment for learning. Because after all, we're assessing, but they're not learning. And if I'm going to spend 2 full days assessing my students' reading ability, I hope that there's something that they could also learn at the same time. And so at Quindu, what we've really made sure that we do is that we're assessing on the back end while kids are learning on the front end. So every time they engage in Quindu, they're always learning, always learning. And when they are done learning, our wonderful computer technology in the background takes what they've done through that learning process and it provides for teachers where they're at as readers. That's the assessment. I'm not losing class time to a reading assessment because I'm actually providing reading training. I'm actually teaching through Quindu my students how to read a text more deeply. I'm providing for my kids skills that they're learning from their coaches, and the kids are getting practice going through a research-based reading process. And again, no time is lost. They're not sitting down for an hour and taking a test. They're sitting down and engaging in something for 20 minutes, and after it, they know more than they started. And at the same time, I'm getting the same kind of reading data that I need as a teacher to know what I do with my next step. I'm getting that reading data, but I haven't lost any time. And for me, it's really, really important to not lose time, especially now, especially in the context that we're in as educators. You don't want to lose time. You don't want to lose time because when we are transitioning to whether it be blended learning or distance learning, or going from a classroom and then having schools closed down, you can't afford to lose time. You can't afford to lose time. And so we still need that really good reading data, but we also want our kids to learn and we want them to grow as they assess. And so that's what we're doing at Quindu. And I think it's a really great response and solution to some of the challenges out there that we have, where assessments are taking over time, we're losing instruction, and then we need that data, but then even with that data, we don't know what to do with it. We don't know what to do with it. And Quindu has made it a mission of theirs, a mission of ours, to make sure that you guys have good data that you can use that's actionable. And that's not just a word that you just throw out there in education, actionable. It's what it really means, or what it should mean, is it answers the questions that you have about your kids as readers. And then through those answers that you get, you are able to do something with it. You are able to use the information to help your individual kids grow and be more confident and read at a higher level. So think about this as we evolve, as these school closures and COVID has caused us to rethink the applications we're using, rethink reading assessments, rethink time, the value of time in a classroom, and think about how Quindu can support the mission of assessment for learning so that kids can learn and assess at the same time. Think about it. It's interesting. Have a good day.